Air from called I can't remember what it's called now. Software from the card. I can't remember what it's called now. You use that, and you can still stream to Twitch.
The AMD app. Yeah, that's usually what I do with it.
The AMD app just lets you stream to from straight from the app.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see.
It runs at your computer, whatever your computer is capable of. that's what it run at.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like so use the AMD app to stream the. We'll have to mess around with it. I mean, I like OBS because I can kind of control some of it, but I wish it would work.
Because you can add chat, you can add all the bits and bobs.
Right.
With the other bits, it's limited. A bit like if you use Shadow Play on the ND, video card, you're restricted. You've got no chat. You can't see what people are chatting.
Right.
Unless you got on another screen, right? If you just have one screen, you're knackered.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep.
You can't see what anybody's talking about, can you?
I like that. I like that knackered. All right, we have to take a look and see. I don't even know what's going on. It's been 2 weeks since we've been here. Hey, let's get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Matt says hi from Poland. I got Steve-O here from the UK. Hopefully nobody's having issues with lag, but I'm sure Matthew, as usual, is.
I mean, it's so bad. I have 90
I can't find you for some reason.
90's not bad. You can't. It's going to be Arthur's YouTube.
Yeah, I got that.
And then the password is going to be Sunny.
There's no capitals in it.
No caps. No caps.
I still can't get you.
Just type in Arthur and it should pop up.
Yeah, try Arthur.
Yeah, and make sure you have all maps selected. I forgot what kind of length.
You'll have to log in as Soupy Violet.
Alright.
I need to take a look here at the map and see what we got going on for today.
How long clocks? How much? 8?
Man.
How long do I cut the logs?
What do you mean?
How long? Like 8 meters, 7 meters, 9 meters?
How long are we cutting logs?
Yeah.
Usually 8. Like we do the longest it'll go, because we're using the semi truck to move them. So.
Okay, 8 meters.
So let's see. 21 is nothing. What is 21 here?
Hack time.
I'm gonna go check a field out. I'll be right back. It looks like we have a couple fields that are done. I think we started.
Harvesting 12, 14,
yes.
15, and 19. I harvested too.
I gotta get more.
Are growing still.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I gotta get more, so.
Okay, Steve-O.
Updated. I don't know why, but.
We'll be here. And you'll be here too. All right, so we got all this corn growing. We grew corn on all the fields, right? If I remember right.
Yeah, for seeds.
Do we sell any corn or? Yes, Evelyn.
It's in the silence. All of.
Sure,
all of
that's fine. My mom is hanging out for the weekend. She brought her doggies down, and my kids are like, "Can she spend another night?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" It's my mom. Oh, we planted grass over here. Okay, well.
Yeah, you planted grass on 20.
Did I do that on purpose?
Yeah, for some reason.
So we're gonna start doing the bales again. Sorry, everybody. I know people hate the silage bales, but we need to start earning some income. We've been flat. We haven't been losing any money, but we've been pretty much hanging right where we're at. So.
You know how to earn money? Let me just give me 2 hours in this carpentry, and every single tree on the map.
There you go. There you go.
I have millions of
Hi, Buffy fan. Yeah. Oh, Sparker, is this the first time you've seen 17? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And you know the funny thing is, and this might not be true for everybody, but hey, Cornstacker, how's it going, by the way? And Jacob, how you doing? Yes, I find that FarmSim 17 actually runs better on the same computer than FarmSim 15. They did a lot of optimizations for video card stuff.
First of all, FS17 is on DirectX of OpenGL.
Okay, so they changed the engine and everything. Yeah, and it just, like on my laptop, FarmSim 17 actually runs better than 15 ever did. So just be aware that if you can afford the upgrade to 17, or you catch it on sale for $15, it's definitely worth it. Yeah, it looks way better than 15, and it's got so much more to it. So
yeah, I mean, in 15, when I wanted to launch Colborough Park Run, on 15 it was like 10 FPS, and on 17 I can run it no problem.
Yeah, it's crazy what a difference it made. Now, do we have corn in the Let's see. Yo, we have a lot of corn. I'm gonna sell that corn off. Well, and if Steve-O, if you're you're still getting mods. Hi, Goosey.
You start your Wowdo?
I did start. I restarted a Wowda. Goosey's gonna join us and run around in circles. I'm sure. You are so cute, Violet.
I like this phone since 17 because you can go out
Yeah.
and catch us.
So how much in logs you want you want me to harvest? 100,000, 200?
Just cut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Just go for it, dude.
I'm going to try to find some trees and then
Another
cut them
forest
down
to cut.
right on the line.
Yeah, I wonder, Cornstacker, you might just not have fast enough internet, which
For what? For watching Twitch?
he's not able. He's trying to contact.
Tell them
He's
to
trying to
put
connect
like-
to to our TeamSpeak, and he gets on and then it disconnects again.
Hey,
Um,
guys,
And he
that's
just-
it. I think it's
Too
a
high.
big
fly
problem.
on logs.
What?
You could fly on logs.
She likes to.
Everybody knows that.
Well, she's only 7, so it's exciting for her. Go to multiplayer, Goosey. You know how to do it. And join game, hun.
What color are you?
There's Violet the Rose. There you go. I'm blue. The same color. And then hit continue. I gotta help her get in here for sorry folks. International. Yep. 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 There you go. Sorry, Cornstacker, that stinks. And there are people I'd say probably about a third of the people that have tried to connect to the server haven't been able to do it in real life. And that's it stinks, but that's just how it is. I mean, sometimes my kids can't connect, and she's sitting right next to me. So,
That's how Farm Simulator works.
right, it just it's, like right now, I just restarted the router, and she's still not able to connect. Nope.
Just get with it.
Oh, poor Violet. Honey, there's nothing I can do about it either. Oh, she's gonna cry. Great. Come here, Goosey. Oh, don't be sad. I know, but for whatever reason, it's not working.
Oh my god.
It's okay, sweetie. Yeah, she's little. Hey, you need to brush your hair. Your hair's all ratty.
I want to play with you.
I know, but I can't do anything. It just doesn't work. See, so if you feel bad, Cornstacker, here's my daughter crying because she can't connect either. It's just something weird with the way that the farm sim works. It just there's something about I don't know if it's like an IP
Get with-
issue or whatever, but I restarted my router right before we started. Sometimes I can get them to connect, and other times I can't. It's really aggravating. Poor Violet. Let's see, 4:59. Oh, we have to take it to the train station. Okay, well, that'll work. Let's see, which train do I have to go to?
I
Yeah,
always
she'd.
have problems
You know what's
with
funny is if Violet went next door and hooked up to my neighbor's internet, she'd probably be able to connect. It's something weird with the way that Farm Sim does the internet.
Didn't do.
What'd you say, Steve-O?
Shouldn't have that kind of problem.
I know, isn't that weird? And so, like, sometimes if I restart my router, we can do it, but other times you can only do one at a time. It is stupid. You're right.
Oh yeah.
She said it's stupid,
Sunny.
and she's already playing.
Password is
Sunny.
Sunny.
Sunny, Sunny, and Violet's already on to Roblox. All right, so Steve-O, once you get on, if you want to start fields, those top fields need to be cultivated. So if you want to start, actually, let's look and see. They might even need to be plowed. I don't know.
Thing to stream with, like testing it out. One egg.
That's hilarious. Wait, what happened? What happened, Steve-O?
I got a new thing to stream with.
Oh, that's cool.
Testing it out.
Team Viewer. That would be hilarious to go Team Viewer and then come back again.
Where am I going?
So the corn is high priced right now at the mill, which is good because then I don't have to deliver one load at a time. I can just load this stuff into the mill and then take it all at once.
Play in the fields, yeah.
Here's the Maplefield pool.
Whoa.
Whoops.
time just froze for me.
Lag, and that's okay, me too. That's the server freezing. It does that from time to time.
Logic. How I love it. Okay, one who is bald of trees. Let's go.
There we go.
Hello, trees.
What's up, George Brown?
Want a hug? Hugging time. Come here, tree.
Try to pile them all together if you can.
Yeah. I'm doing the same as.
Yeah. Dug her rap.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
So,
I don't
Steve-O,
get-
Steve-O, if you want to cultivate right now, well, check it out. 15, 14, and 12 might need cultivating, but hold on. I need to look and see. They might even need plowing. So let's take a look here. Growth. No, they're good still. 23 and 24 will need plowing, but if you could go ahead and cultivate those. So 19, 15, 14, and 12, all the ones around the farm that don't have crop on them need cultivation. Get to it.
As fast as I can.
Whoa. This truck
the
doesn't
speed
go
of
over that
light.
bump too well. You said I'm going as fast as I can.
Going past them again.
I'm doing my best.
Yes, sorry.
Can I get a 1000 horsepower engine for the Scorpion King? I'm having trouble climbing 19 degree hills.
Does it have an engine upgrade?
I don't know, it doesn't.
Huh.
But I'm really surprised. Like I was thinking that it would have like I don't know 500, 600. No, freaking 280.
Yeah, yeah, but it's probably all torque, and so you still probably get a ton of torque with that. So George had a bad morning golfing. Actually, George, you're lucky. We just started literally 10 minutes ago, so the stream will be running for the next 2 hours or longer. It just depends on how the day goes. Oh,
no,
poor
I'm having
Violet.
ping issues. Again,
What are you having?
the ping issues. You know what's best? Like when I have 90 ping, my FPS is 60. I'm running it smooth. I get over 100 and my FPS just goes to 20 or something. Like it's so stupid. I don't know why.
Well, it does that because it's trying to sync the video with what's going on the server.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just how it is. There's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's enough for cutting trees.
Right, exactly. Alright, so we got some more corn. We're just going to fill that thing up as best we can. I'm not even going to deliver this yet because since it's going to the mill, we have more harvesting to do. Steve-O!
Oh, 90 ping.
Con Wolf! Welcome aboard.
And 100 ping. Yay. How I love this game.
Alright, so we're going to run down to this other field here because there's still a little bit that needs to be harvested. Hi, viewer. Welcome aboard.
I
Yeah,
also changed my Twitch name.
Going undercover?
No, I just wondered. I couldn't have Steve-O let me.
Yeah, that probably was taken already, right?
Oh no, it just won't let you have it.
Oh, weird.
Will not let you have it.
That's
Won't
weird.
let me have it at all. I could either put letters in the front or letters after.
Okay, I see.
I put Go Steve-O.
I love it. Go, Steve-O!
Because no matter what I tried, just wouldn't, add in a new picture as well. Well, I tried to, but for some reason it don't work when I do. trying to change my picture. Got to be 300 and 300 megabytes. I got a smaller picture and it's still not loaded.
Ah.
Strange but true. But, I'll play around with it later.
Yeah, it takes obviously it takes time and lots of connects and disconnects. What's up, DJ Gaming? Welcome aboard.
This forest is a bit bigger. Give me 2 weeks and we'll do it.
Yeah, you'll have to show us where you're at once we're done doing all the fieldwork stuff.
You can just teleport to Scorpion Classic.
So Steve-O's cultivating.
Logs are in the top left corner of the camp.
Begging.
Matty Matt's up in the forest chopping down trees. We planted a bunch of new trees.
I'm destroying the environment.
Nah. Trees grow. See, that's the thing. It depends. If people clear cut like entire forests, yeah, it's really bad. But if you harvest trees responsibly, they do grow back.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. I'm sorry, Violet. Honey, there's no point in getting fussy about it. There's nothing I can really do.
Stop.
All right.
Tell her to go to Germany and just go to Jan's studio.
Yeah, you could go. We'll fly over to Germany and you can beat on the. Actually,
Wait.
Mark's over there right now. He could be our ambassador.
I think it's. Wait, I'm not sure if it's Switzerland or Germany, something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's a German company. Mark, my son Mark is in Germany right now. I think he's in Heidelberg. He's there for 2 weeks with the Air Force. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty sweet, and he's having a blast. And he sent me a picture of a slug that was the size of his thumb. It was freaking huge.
Have you
Like
seen
for
Steve's
something?
slug?
Oh, it's another Steve. Hi, Steve. Conwolf is Steve. Another Steve.
Dad, Steve's
Oh, yeah, with the cat icon. Okay, yep.
That's my real name.
slugs are like that.
You meant slug like, animal or slug a shotgun round?
Depends how you spell Steve.
Yeah, there's Steven like Stephen like Stefan.
PH.
Right, but usually if somebody's Steve, then it's got the V in it.
S-T-E-V-E-N. Or
Yeah.
S-T-E-V.
Stevie Wonder.
There you go. Yeah, you let the younger trees grow, or if you also, obviously we have tree farms here in Ohio where they actually plant, so they'll cut the whole thing down and then they replant, and they do it in sections. So like they'll have like 4 quarters, and they stagger them. So each year they have a harvest, but then they also leave like 3/4 of the field growing. So
Last week there were.
You don't
very
wanna
big
clear-
thunderstorms.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Matt.
Last week in Poland there were gigantic thunderstorms, and experts are telling like about 40,000 hectares of trees are just gone.
Wow, because they burnt. Yeah,
Not burned, just wind. Tornadoes, wind, rain, everything. A lot of people died. A lot of people hurt.
I don't. Let's see. I don't want to chaff this corn. I don't think. How do you spell anything? Anything. Are you going to remember that? Hing. I suppose we could chaff it. I don't really. I don't have
Rent.
a forage harvester, so I don't.
You can rent a small one on the.
They're so. What I found though is they're so expensive. Like I will not make my money. That's like it's like a $20,000.
No, the Pottinger one.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know. I don't think we need to do that. I think I'm just going to.
Silage bills aren't enough.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to. I don't need it for the cows or anything. I've got plenty of food. So I just want to do the just standard corn.
In 15 it was worth it because first of all it was very expensive, and second of all you could still use it on animals, so you could sell a bit and then just use the rest on animals, and I mean, it's not cheap, like, but it's not very expensive in the 17. And the prices just drop in like 7 seconds.
Now we're gonna leave the harvester parked here for now. Oh, you were wondering if you could chaff it when it's green. He wasn't saying that
Yeah,
you could chaff it. He
you
was.
can chaff it when it's
Yep,
green.
you can. Yes, you can chaff it when it's green. That is correct.
So fresh.
Now I'm gonna speed up time just a little bit, guys. Go ahead and keep doing what you're doing, but I'm gonna fast forward time so that this corn gets ready to harvest, so that we can finish this up. It shouldn't go too long. But yes, DJ Gaming, theoretically we should be able to chaff that when it's green. That's one thing that they changed in this version of the game, that you don't have to wait till the corn is 100. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think you want to chaff it when it's green. I don't think you want to wait till it's dried out, because moisture is part of the fermenting process.
Yeah,
So
we need the green corn for it. Come see the log pile.
yeah, that's what Khan said. You're probably texting that at the exact same time that I'm saying that because of the stream delay. But yeah, in the real world, you definitely want to do it when it's green. Okay, you can speed up time. Well, hang on, Maddie. I'm waiting for the crop to blow, and then I'll come check it out. You can speed up time by using the 8 and 9 keys. 8 slows time down. 9 speeds it up.
Oh no, 8, 7. 9 is the map.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're correct. 7 and 8. Yep. 7 slows it down. 8 speeds it up.
Or you can do it under escape,
Thank you.
I think, or
Yep.
wait no more.
Okay, hop out of the Scorpion. I'll come over and check it out.
I mean, it's not that big. I can.
You called me over here to see not that big? Just kidding. Whoa! You cut all of that just now?
Yeah.
Are there any trees left in this forest?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch. Okay.
Yeah, this forest is very big. Dungeon. I love this thing. I love this thing. Come here, trees.
Let's see. That's right. That's right, Con. Great minds think alike. You got it. Okay, so I am going to, let's see, go back. I'm gonna harvest this field. And Steve-O, yeah, these will need to be, when I'm done harvesting these will need to be cultivated too. Gosh, what should we do next? You guys want to do like a huge thing of sugar beets?
Logging. I mean, like, we were doing sugar beets not long ago.
I don't think we've ever done sugar beets.
We done a lot of them. Like when you remember the magic crate that I got stuck?
Well, that was only one field though. I'm thinking like the whole farm, like doing a full farm of sugar beets.
With that, I mean,
We'd have to rent the harvester.
yeah, I'm not gonna touch sugar beets. I hate them.
You do?
Yeah,
Why do you hate them?
I just don't like how much they outcome and how cheap they are.
Yeah,
But
but you
I
get
don't
like millions of pounds of them.
Yeah, and they're worth nothing.
Yeah, it's true. As the market crashes, they get to be worth less and less. It's really hard to deliver them fast enough so that you get a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes. Jacob said he wouldn't. It would take too long. I agree. Maybe we could do one field.
I don't feel it's enough.
We haven't really done taters either. Precious.
No. Don't touch potatoes.
Oh, come on. I love them. I love doing those, though, because they're different. But we don't have any of the equipment. That's the other problem, of course, is, we're
They
playing
are
on
the
hard,
same.
so...
They are the same as sugar beets.
I know, pretty much. Except for that you can reuse them, but...
That's the only thing. That's the only.
Yep.
different thing.
But you have to buy the equipment, It's not... If the small equipment's not that expensive,
But small.
but it takes forever to harvest with it. Eventually we'll get that stuff. The thing that I'd like to work towards now, because I'm kind of learning this as I go, it seems like the best way to make money in this game is to either have a windmill or to have solar panels. So we might start placing solar panels, like with each time we get, for the next couple turns, we might be purchasing solar panels. What
Oh,
do you
come on.
What do you think?
bro.
Yeah,
I'm having problems with carrying A3 on a
Oh,
90-degree slope.
go
Yeah, go, 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 go. Yes, power.
What are you gonna say,
Yes,
Steve-O?
yes.
Go farm.
Solar farm? Did you say?
Go farm. You want solar panels? Have solar panels.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
how
think
get
yeah, I
power
think that's what we're
for-
gonna be doing next.
That's how I get power for my base in Space Engineers. I just don't find the reactors on uranium and fusion for bases.
See, Khan says that the solar. Yeah, but don't I thought the windmill, like one windmill, will net you about $30,000 a day. I think one solar panel gets you about 3,000 a day, so it's like 1/10. But you have to buy 10 of them to get the same amount. So yeah, in other words, they end up with the same pay rate.
Yeah. Wait.
It's just you're basically getting 10 solar panels.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll count it.
Right. There you go. That right? Exactly the same investment amount. If you were to buy 10 solar panels, you'd have the same output that you would with the $1.2 million.
The
Investment.
the windmill is 500 per hour, and the solar panel is 45 per hour.
Yep.
So it's pretty much
Yep.
And 10 solar panels is pretty much 1 million.
I see, Con. So it's like a how much space they take up. Why is this not raising? Oh, it is raised. Okay. I've missed a couple corn stalks. I'll get over it.
Have you seen the new spin tires or the game or the DLC or whatever it's gonna be?
What they're making a new one?
Yeah.
On
For
the
fun.
spin tires tab in the Steam, there's like news like spin tires mod runner or something like that. Like I don't know, it's pretty much spin tires with like new vehicles. I don't know if it's gonna be a DLC or another game. I don't know. The only thing that I know is if you're a spin tires owner, you get 50% off on Steam, and that's it.
What, is it available now?
No, it's in October.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm definitely doing it.
I mean, another spin tires game, like, can't you just make it a
Oops.
DLC or just finally do something on this game? Like, it's been about a year when they released last info.
Well, they want to make money. You know what I mean? For them to
money.
let's see. Oh, they're going to be. Let's see. It's called Spin Tires Mud Runners. Is going to be
Yeah.
the console. It's a console release of Spin Tires. Okay.
No, it's gonna be for PC also. It's gonna be like better graphics, some more vehicles, and
Yeah, they need to update, but they need to make more money. That's. I mean, here's the thing. We're spoiled in that a lot of developers do these. What do you call it? Like pre-release deals, and like so you get a game like let's say My Summer Car or Space Engineers, and you play it for like 2 years before the game actually gets released. So you're for 2
Yeah.
years, you're getting updates and stuff. But the downside to that is that, the developer really after a while they even though they're coming out with a finalized game, they're not making any more money because they've already sold all the copies. So now Space Engineers did end up charging again. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, and we heard some flack about it, but they ended up recharging customers to get the full version. Like now that they're out of beta and they're in the actual release, if you want the release version of the game, you have to pay a little bit of extra.
I mean, I
So there's that way to recoup it, or you come out with a new version of the game. So like Farm Sim, they work on it for 2 years and then they just give up and they move on to the next version. So Spin Tires, I think, it's time for Spin Tires to get a new version.
yeah, 'cause, I mean, it was a lot of time when they released a update.
Yeah, I want to check that out. The Spin Tires Mud Runners, I want to see. I'm going to check that out because I didn't even know about that.
Have you seen the new cosmetic?
Wait, hang on
items?
a second, Matt. What's up, Ryan? Oh, it's hilarious.
Have you seen the new cosmetic items for Space Engineers?
Right, Steve, exactly. Have I seen what?
Cosmetic items for Space Engineers, different outfits, and
No, that's hilarious that you could do that now.
they added it like 2 days ago. I mean, I'm up for a Rainbow Drill. And
I don't.
other stuff.
I played Space Engineers a little bit, but I don't necessarily love it. It's. I don't know. The multiplayer is really buggy.
I mean, not yet. Not now. Like, it's really stable when I play with people. For me. I mean,
Yeah, I think Jim Bob posted it.
It's really different from what I watched, like 1 year ago and right now. Wow, it's different.
Well, yeah, but see, like Jared and I were trying to do the multiplayer a couple of weeks ago, and we had all kinds of issues. Like we just couldn't get it working. So it still has some bugs.
For me, it works okay.
So you've been doing multiplayer on it? It's doing good.
Yeah. For me,
Oh.
it's doing okay.
We could hardly even get it connected up. Like it just kept disconnecting. But that could have been his internet too. He's out in the wilderness a little bit. So
Men versus the wild.
right, not that wild. More like 6 cottages on a road with a lake with a marina at the end. But it's out in the country. Like he's about 30 or 40 minutes from the nearest town. So
Civilization.
he's got a community, but it's not. There's no town there. It's all just farmers and marinas. That's a big thing up there. I don't know. Canada's got a lot of lakes, and so there's marinas and boating all over the place. It was really pretty. I miss it.
You stupid tree, come over, please. Not this week. Ugh. Okay, I just did a barrel. Okay, thanks. Can I just do it now, please? Yes.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. I'm enjoying World of Tanks. I am a little the new has been a little frustrating for me because you do get bottom tiered all the time, and that kind of I don't know. I mean, it's if you platoon with anybody, you will never see top tier. So like when I run by myself, I get about half and half. Half the games I play are top tier, and the other half are bottom tier. As soon as Black Chicken joins up, we get all bottom tiered battles all the time. So you never get anything higher than being absolute bottom, and that.
I never get top tier battles.
Yeah, it's like 1 in 10. I think is like what we found, and it stinks.
1 in 1,000.
Or yeah, like, but whatever. The tiers are a lot easier because there's only you're with the bottom tier. There's like 8 bottom tier tanks, like 3 or 4 mid tanks, and then like 2 or 3 top tier tanks. So it's still doable, but it's a little bit frustrating. What's up, Brian?
Stupid trees picking me up.
What? Oh yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. It's got the pay-to-win center where the older premium content is really outclassed by the new stuff. Yeah, that's the same thing with World of Tanks. In fact, I completely shy away now from my what is it? The older premium match-made tanks. So like the IS-6, the 112, that kind of stuff. Because if I pick that tank, like if I pick a 112, what's going to happen is almost always on the enemy team they have like a Defender or a Chrysler or some tank, the AMX tanks that I can't, the Patriot stuff that is just so much better than your 112, and then you end up being top tiered because you're playing the premium tank. So the 112 doesn't have the firepower and punch that the new premiums have. Or the same thing with the IS-6. It's really difficult. I guess they are rebalancing out the Jagdtiger 88. Supposedly there's a patch coming. Shoot, I'm full. And I'll leave that out. I need to shut the harvester off. So the Jagdtiger 88 is getting a boost. I'm not sure if they're giving it more mobility, but they're making some changes to it, so it's supposed to get better. But I know that they already kind of boosted the IS-6, but the 112 needs love now.
The Japanese or Chinese one? I mean, which...
Yeah, Chinese 112. Yep, it's basically a 6-cylinder.
I just don't get it. I just can't, anything that's from Chinese, I will always mistake it with it's Japanese, and the same with Japanese. I just don't. My brain just doesn't work, and I want to, work for me.
I've had some good nights and bad nights, Ranger. I played Thursday with I haven't thanks Dakota. I haven't it was Mr. Mean and then also Derek, and I was grinding the gun on the ISU 152, and it's not going well. It was a really bad night. Did have had a couple like really good games, but in general it was just bad. It was like loss after loss, getting stuck out, just kind of, I don't know, it just was bad. But I really love the ISU 152. What's weird is when I use the ISU 152, even if I have a great night, my WN8 like drops through the floor, and I'm wondering if it's because it's using HE, because I don't know if they count splash damage the same as they do direct damage. And so I'm kind of wondering about that. I don't know. I'm just wondering if that's the case, like why I'm not getting what I normally get. Because I had some great battles, and I'm like looking at my WN8, and I'm playing like worse than bad levels, and I'm like, what the heck? Like I had a good night. I don't understand why the numbers are so low, but it could be that whole HE thing. Because I don't have the big gun yet, so I'm still using the HE derp gun. All right, let's do this.
Whoa! Whoa! I'm flying. Okay, I know.
Hey, Opie. That's fine. I'm reading your comment about the flying a B-17. That's pretty cool. So it's that bad, huh? It's pretty much a pay-to-win system. That stinks. How much do the train cars hold? Does anybody know? Is it 500,000?
Yeah, 2 million.
So we can get pretty much the whole crop in there. It'd be nice to be a one cell situation.
I have issues.
What kind of issues?
Because right now I need to, when I cut a tree, I just need to drive very far away to the pile, but I just don't have, there isn't a place for me to create another one.
Like another pile?
Yeah, because it's just too far. I just need to go to like half of the forest just to stop there. I'm just gonna make one here, it's pretty flat. I want Jarrod here, he's good at loading.
I see. Well, let's see, Opie. We have Matt is up in the woods. He is chopping down trees. Steve-O is cultivating all the fields. We're deciding what we're going to do next for crops. Definitely doing we're going to do some silage over on the other side. Sounds like War Thunder's kind of pay to win, which is too bad.
I mean, at first, the first couple of, planes and tanks, it's fun, like, you quickly advance. But after some time, when you get, with German tanks, I had a lot of fun, but when I got to, unlocking the Tiger one, or the Panther tanks, it was it was a hell, like, you just can't get these tanks without premium.
Yeah.
So you just need to sacrifice like 200 hours of XP.
Jeez.
Like I'm not up for that. No, thank you. Oh come on, tree work with me. Okay, we're getting into whatever.
Yep, and then the other thing I'm doing, I'm finishing up the corn harvest here, and we're gonna sell it off. And once we're done with that, I need to decide what we're gonna do next on the fields. I would like to do one big like sugar beet or potato field, but I think they're probably sugar beets because we don't have the.
Don't do potatoes. The harvester for potatoes only gets two rows.
I know. I hate that.
Hell on earth. I mean, there's this mod for like a digger that it it harvests the potatoes without taking tops off and just dumps them on the ground, and you can just pick them up with a bucket or
Oh,
whatever.
you're talking about that little one that you yank behind?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And those are cheap.
yeah, and there is a blue one from the same guy. It's pretty much just a conveyor that you just drive on. Whoa, like that you drive and just picks up everything from ground. And it's more efficient than that. Oh, come on. I know there is like 10 trees, but come on with me. I have a Whoa!
Let's see. Khan says, let's see, RNG can be annoying too. Let's see, maxed out level. Yeah, I can see that. And that probably is realistic, though, honestly, when you're flying around shooting at each other. Occasionally the pilot gets hit, and that's it. There's no coming back from that. Ah, there's my train. I'm going to have to find the train that's nearest. All right. Get to work.
Right now, I'm really mad at Ubisoft. Because for Rainbow Six Siege, an FPS game made by them, for the first year I bought the premium, and now they introduced like elite skins for different operators, like different characters in the game.
Which game is this?
And Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, okay. I haven't played that.
Yeah, and there's like two currencies. There's one currency that you can earn for playing for just playing the game, and there's like a premium one, like when you can buy just elite skins that you can buy with normal in-game currency.
Okay.
And the elite skins are for that special currency. I bought for the season pass. You get 600 coins, the special coins.
Oops.
And guess what? The special skins cost 650. Like oh, like just 50 coins more, and I would have it like Ubisoft, please.
That's why they do it, though. They want you to spend more money.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that is really nice about Rainbow Six is that every 3 months, every 3 months, you get free. You get 2 operators and a new map for free. Everyone just gets them. I mean, premium owners just get the new operators for free, and 1 week earlier than normal players, and normal players can just buy them with the normal currency. So that's pretty fair play, but
I'll put this
the game back when like the first couple of months, it was really nice. Although it's very.
Is it multiplayer pretty much?
Yeah, it's pretty much multiplayer. I mean, there are missions like single player missions, but you still need internet to do these missions.
Okay.
And they're pretty much just a tutorial. It's not like tutorial like okay, press W to move, but it's teaching you how the basic game works.
This is I'm reading these comments by Ranger and Khan, and I feel like it's like you kind of run the same thing in World of Tanks. I've had a lot of people like the T-44 was one of my all-time favorite tanks, and I have that T-44 100, which is basically the same thing. But people would complain that it always got ammo racked, and I see people get ammo racked all the time. But I realized what the difference was for me was that I always kept my turret towards the enemy. And that would make them bounce the shot rather than, or if they hit, it wouldn't ammo rack it. But these guys that are turning their turrets to, now sometimes you can't help it though, but these guys that are turning the turrets to the side are getting ammo racked. And so that's one of the things that I realized, like I'm like, why didn't I have that same problem? And I actually ammo racked a T-44 the other night, and it's because I hit him right in the side of the turret. And it's like, oh, that's why I just always kept my turret to the enemy. So. But it's the airplane games. I love World War II fighting games, but I'm I'm not very good
Most
at it.
of the games are pretty much pay to win. If it's a free game, it's not a free game.
Right.
If
Oh
it's
yeah.
like 50 hours, okay, it's free to play, but then you just need to buy something because you just can't play the game.
Right. I was thinking about buying Oblivion again. I haven't played that game in forever. Ryan, and it was so funny as I was looking at it yesterday, and then Ryan ended up buying it. Ryan, and we didn't even talk about it. He went to the store and it was on sale, and he bought a copy of Oblivion for the Xbox. I'm like, what? So I don't know. I might get that game.
Skyrim.
I know. I need to do more Skyrim.
That is, but Oblivion is so first.
Yeah.
Yep. I like Oblivion though because I like well, I like it and I don't like it. I like it because it has like all the different environments, and it has like the different parts of Cyrodiil and stuff like that. Like it's pretty cool to see the kingdom, and then you have like I don't know, but Skyrim definitely is way more epic. But I do like that. The only thing I don't like, Oblivion has a lot of like vampires and stuff in it, and for whatever reason, and I know I'm a big boy, but it gives me nightmares. I do. I get nightmares when I play that game, so I don't.
Play Morrowind then.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you, Matt. See you in a second.
Morrowind is just as bad.
Yeah, I haven't played Morrowind. I played. It was so hard.
Yeah.
That game was so difficult, and I just gave up. I'm like, forget it. Aren't they doing like a redo of Morrowind, like with the Skyrim graphics?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'll play it for sure. When is that coming out?
No idea.
Is it an official thing or is it just a mod?
No, it's official.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that on my channel. I love that game, at least for Twitch.
Did you see that farmer, pro farmer?
Pure farming,
Yeah.
or real farming.
No, pure farming. It's on Steam.
We have all these different games. There's pure farming. There's real farming. There's cattle and
Pure
crops.
farming. It's on Steam. It just came out.
Okay, is it available?
Yeah. Oh no, you can pre-order it.
It's not going to be available till next year, right? I think it does.
No, it's available in the next couple of months, I think.
Oh, I thought the release date was 2018.
No, October, so November, December time, something like that. It says. I'm sure it does.
Okay, wow. So they're really almost done with it.
Yeah.
They must have been working on it for a while then, because it just the first time it got announced was like what, in the spring of this year.
It was available on Steam last month, so.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at it.
You know, to put in your on your wish list or whatever.
How much is the pre-order?
Can't remember now.
Oh, that's okay. I'll check it out afterwards.
What?
Pure farming.
Oh, I seen that. It looks kinda cartoon like.
Yeah, the video's not very good, but.
I mean,
And then-
for a couple of seconds, you can see the harvester. There's just something wrong with the header for like one moment.
That's just video playing.
No. I will show you.
I will show you. Let's see.
Don't you worry.
Yeah. I never rate a game unless you play it yourself. Unless I play it, I'll see a bit play.
Imagine if you would rate the game by the FS17 trailer.
A lot of games I wouldn't play.
Yeah.
But until you play them, you don't.
Yeah, Con, I agree with you. I mean, I like playing World of Tanks, and I get into it occasionally, but it's just, I do enjoy Farm Sim a lot more. It's a lot less stress. And, like, I'm enjoying Farm Expert.
It's just better.
My summer car is so great.
It's the best game ever.
I'll be streaming that again, hopefully next Wednesday. We'll have to see how the week goes. Oh, you know what? I might not be streaming next Wednesday. I have a shoot in Pennsylvania on Thursday morning, and I got to be there. I have to be at the shoot at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 2.5 hours away, so I'm going to have to leave here about 6, maybe like 5:30, because they want me there at 8. That way I get there before the customers arrive. So that's going to stink. So just be aware.
I don't get SCS neither. They put the Italian DLC on already. for Euro Truck.
When is that coming out?
It's in a couple of months next year, apparently.
Oh, okay. So, man.
They still have nothing about New Mexico.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's New Mexico?
I don't know, but that's what I don't get. I don't get it. Don't understand it at all. They announced that last week or week before, and you can get it on Steam. It's a first, pretty much first for them.
Wait, you're saying it's gone off of Steam?
No, it's on. You know, you can add it to your wish list on Steam. They've never done that before. Never ever done that before.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They've never ever done. You can add stuff to like any DLC they've done. They just released it, haven't they? Here's any, you know.
Yeah.
They never pre-released it like that, and yet they still wait for the AST. I want the AST back more than I want the Italian map, to be quite honest.
I wish they'd stop. I wish they'd start working on ATS more.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. I want that map more than I want the Italian one.
Because ATS has got the newer engine, so it's just, I don't know, but whatever.
I think they're on both the same engine now.
Are they?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. George said he wishes Warships did better. I think, in all honesty, George, the reason why Warships doesn't do well on my channel is because I suck at it. I mean, honestly, if you're not, if like I found even with World of Tanks, the channel, my World of Tanks stuff doesn't, it's good. It's what got me to where I'm at, you know, as far as a YouTuber, it kept me going. But I think okay, hang on, I'll get to that a second, Billion. But the issue with that is that, like with World of Tanks, at least I'm semi-okay at playing. I'm not terrible. I'm not good, but I'm not terrible either. And then we have Black Chicken and Mr. Mean, who are both really good. So I just kind of ride on their coattails. But it provides winning content for the channel. But with Warships a lot harder. And so it's like, Mr. Mean's pretty good at Warships. Black Chicken does okay, but he doesn't play it much. And so he's not nearly as good at Warships as he is at World of Tanks. So, I don't know. I don't have the quote-unquote winning content that people want to see usually for that kind of activity. So, I don't know.
Bad tanking?
What'd you say, Steve-O?
Call it bad tanking.
Bad tanking? Yeah. Bad shipping. I'll call it bad shipping. Let's see. Okay, so the release date, William is saying he looked it up. The release date for Pure Farming is March 13th of 2018. So it is next year.
I think you can get a pre-copy before that, for sure.
Oh, like a beta. Like, oh, you can get into the beta. That makes sense.
Yeah.
ETS and ATS, but have been having a professional driver. Conwolf is a professional truck driver. He says he needs a break from trucking. Yeah. It would be like if there was a game like a photographer simulator. I definitely would not be playing that. No, thank you. Is that out of focus, Ryan? If they're out of focus, just get rid of them. Find a different picture of that couple and use the one that's in focus. If that one's out of focus, just dump it. Because that looks like it's way out of focus from here. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, as long as the people are in focus, that's all I care about. Well, good, George. I'm glad.
I found it.
What'd you found?
The error, the harvester in the trailer.
Okay.
I'm sending it right now.
Well, I won't be able to watch it, but.
And I want to prove it to Steven.
Oh, okay.
I won't be able to watch it anywhere.
40 seconds. On 40 seconds, you can see that there's something wrong with the header.
Is that a pre-render though, or is it actual game footage?
No, yeah, the film.
It looks like pre-render. It can be
It's
very
every
great.
video's like, I mean, no matter what game you look, I've looked at some games and yeah, your video, I never go by the video. They compete for everything.
Right, because like especially like the farm. I tell people. I remember when the demos for 17 came out, people were like, "Oh!" And I'm like, "No, take it easy. It's not going to look like that." They're like, "It looks so good." I'm like, "It's not going to look like that." What do you mean it's not going to look like that? Like, dude, Okay, and then what I started doing was I found clips of 15, like them showing the logging stuff from 15, and it was the same pre-rendered crap. And I'm like, okay, is this what 15 looks like? And they're like, oh, no. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's because it's marketing. They use these video clips to get you sucked in, but it's not what the game looks like. It's just a pre-rendered.
I
You know.
never,
The only game that I've ever played that looks as good as it, that looks like at times it feels almost like you're really doing it, is Grand Theft Auto 5. That's the only game I've ever played where the graphics are so unbelievable that there's times when you're driving your car, like you're in the, and it looks like you're really driving a car. It's like, wow, the sun effects are perfect, and like the ground looks real, everything looks real. Then you see a person walk in, and it's all fake again. But but when there's no people around, parts of it actually look like real life, and they've done a really good job with that. That's the only game I've ever played where I've been like, wowed, like, wow, this looks real.
I mean, if you install even graphics mode, like that's just wow. I was just oh. I mean, I got my that trick that is a real life video.
Right.
This was on like very high quality graphics mode, and it was like, you know, a BMW mod. Like it just all looked like it was real.
Yeah, I agree with you, Con. I feel like the well, ETS just has so much. He's saying that he prefers the ETS over ATS. He's an American trucker, I would imagine, right, Con? Or is that, am I wrong about that?
ETS is better optimized. Like you don't get so much lag than.
Well, not even that, but I feel like there's just ATS is empty feeling. It has just those three states. It's like there's so much. Yeah, it's from Wisconsin. Okay, there's so much more content available for ETS. You know, there's way more trucks. There's, you know, it's like American Truck Simulator is like the redheaded stepchild. I feel like gosh, we have like what, 4 trucks available? Like, come on. I mean, there's mods, but none of them are great. There's some good ones, but they're not great.
They're amazing.
No, they're not.
I know, but I just love like one tractor. It's like for the older version of the game, but it's just perfect for me.
Anyway, so we don't have the option of all the trucks. We don't have all the bling for all the trucks. We don't have the map. There's only like a very limited map, and it's cool what's there, but it just feels empty compared to to ETS. ETS has so much more content. Plus, you have that pro mods going on, so there's just way more content all around.
I mean, coast to coast
doesn't work. The count doesn't work anymore.
What, coast to coast doesn't work?
No, broke.
Yeah, I don't. Coast to coast is kind of stripped down though too.
They put the double trailers. When they put the double trailers on, it just broke them up completely.
Oh.
I mean, if you have 127 mods and you try to put them in 128, don't expect them to work perfectly.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah, no, you got 1.28. The map broke. They haven't fixed it. I reckon they got issues myself. Because ATS put trailers all over the map now.
Oh, so you're gonna have? We're actually gonna be able to get doubles.
You can get doubles to anywhere.
So
World of Trucks. So you can go everywhere. I went to Santa Marco. You know.
Now, in ETS, the doubles are only if you do World of Trucks.
Yeah, same as ATS. Only if you do World of Trucks, that's when you get all the doubles.
So
doubles.
So you'll have to log in when you first get into the game. Okay. I mean, not a big deal, but.
I got a normal cargo with doubles, like not World of Trucks, like normal English cargo.
No, they only limited it. Yeah.
Yeah, and 18 Wheels of Steel was awesome, Con. I agree with you. I mean, obviously it's goofy now when you go back and look at it, but at the time, it was a great truck simulator. Oh, things like this with ATS, you could actually pull over pretty much anywhere and go to sleep. You could also control how the 18 Wheels of Steel. You could control how long you slept. So, like, if you didn't want the guy to sleep for 10 hours. You could choose like 6 hours or 8 hours, and he would get some rest, and you could, let's say you were almost done with a job, but you needed to sleep. You didn't have to stop and sleep for 8 hours. You could stop and sleep for 4 hours and get enough rest to make the end of the job. I don't like the new sleeping system in this game. But 18 Wheels of Steel had the whole country. It was really abbreviated. You know,
I mean, they're simulating that,
it took you like an hour to get from Detroit to Chicago.
I mean, they are simulating that in real life. You just need to take a break for some hours.
Right, and that was I like that. But with the new one, it's like you're forced to. Your guy
'Cause you need
automatically
to-
sleeps for 9 hours or whatever.
Because that's
He's
how
pushed.
long breaks you need to take.
I guess. I mean, I see what you're saying. I just in real life, truckers don't necessarily do that.
I mean, they don't sleep for 9 hours. They stop for 9 hours. They
Right.
just need to stop. They just
Well, but I'm
take
saying
9 hours.
they bend the rules, is what I'm saying.
If you're on a taco,
They might stop for 9 hours after they do it, but a lot of those guys they'll fudge their logbooks and they just push through.
if you're on a taco,
Yeah, there we go. Khan just said 15 minutes from Des Moines, Iowa to Chicago. Yeah. Des Moines. Speaking of Iowa, I watched what was it Straight Story last night? That's a great movie. If you've never seen The Straight Story and you like farming and stuff, it's a really good movie. It's not really about farming, but it has a lot of farm scenery in it.
Lots of it over
Let's see, 14 hours after 10 hours after 14 hours. Oh, so they can't fudge it anymore. Khan said that you can't fudge it anymore. You have to stop for 14 hours, or you have to stop for 10 hours. Because it's digital. They log it digitally.
Yeah, you just need to do stuff.
That stinks. Well, I guess that makes it a little more realistic. But I don't like the fact that you can't stop wherever you want to stop, too. I don't like that.
I mean, you can't just go on the side of the road. And
Well, they don't let you do that. But you see like what's the when they do the rest stops and stuff, like a lot of times at nighttime you'll pass them and there's trucks all up and down the ramps. Like I love seeing that. They don't let you do that in this one. Like all the way up until you get to the freeway. Like a lot of times if it's a popular rest stop, they'll do it. But I also like the fact that in the 18 Wheels of Steel, they had like 50 different trucks you could pick from. I mean, they had like, I don't know, they had a bunch of different trucks you could pick from.
were they all licensed?
No.
No, yeah.
No, they were not licensed. They were like,
Hybrid.
and they had some funny brands. Like they had European brands in the States. So like they had DAF, but they called it Dave, D-A-V. I'm trying to think of what Mercedes was called. Now, Khan is saying that ramp parking is now illegal.
all right.
I mean, truck stops are, for tracks, you can't stop anymore. That's not legal anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they still do ramp here in Ohio. I still see them ramp parking. They still do it. I don't know, but then again, you also see people getting tickets all the time too. So that could be. All right, so I guess ATS has done a good job of following what the new rules are. Fine. Ruin all my points about why I liked 18 Wheels of Steel. Crush my hopes. I still like 18 Wheels of Steel better too, though. And like I said, I like the fact that there was a lot more trucks available, and you could go anywhere in the United States. It was really abbreviated. That was my only complaint. And the graphics, of course, now they look great back then, but. Yeah, and you also, Con, you wonder of how much of that law-breaking force, like, is a way for them to make, extra money. Like, oh, let's just do this so that we can get more income, Just fine all these trucks, haha. And the fines are pretty expensive, aren't they? Like, if I'm not mistaken, I thought, like, truck fines are always more expensive than car fines.
If you're speeding in a truck, you're gonna get a lot of tickets, like a very expensive one. Because speeding in a car is less dangerous than speeding in a truck.
Oh yeah. I rarely see trucks speeding, but once in a while you do. I mean, like, I usually tend to go right around the speed limit because the Ohio is oh yeah they consider the no ramp parking because of a safety issue. Yeah, that makes sense because you're out near traffic. But you know, I usually go because our speed limits for the freeways in general in and around Ohio, except for when you get into the city areas, is our speed limits are about 70 miles an hour everywhere you go. And so pretty much I don't really want to go much faster than that anyway, so I pretty much just drive about 70 miles an hour. Maybe like 72. Huh?
It's easier to stop a car than a truck.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I see once in a while I see trucks that are going faster, but
I mean, there are idiots on this world.
yeah, usually it's not the truckers. Sometimes it is.
Yeah. Heavy duty.
I saw one guy box tailing, or what was it bobtailing? What is it when they have no trailer? I can never get it right. Somebody, it's bob trailing, right? Like without.
Yeah.
And he was I mean, he was like we were going on vacation, and I was going maybe like 75, and the guy was like, I was passing. He came on the freeway, and so I got over so he could get on, and then I got ahead of him, and then pulled over. And he got right up behind me and was like totally like riding my butt for like 5 or 6 miles. I'm like, what is this guy's problem? Like, I got over to let you on, and then you're going to be like totally being a jerk. And it was really weird. I don't know if he was drunk or something, but he was just driving like crazy. And so I just pulled ahead of another car, and I went around another car and then slowed down so that I was like, he couldn't get to me, and he took off and went ahead, probably going like 85, 90 miles an hour. And then he slowed down again, and I'm like, great. So then he was going like 65, and so I passed him. And then he got it back on my tail again. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, I get over, and then he'd follow me over, and I'm like, I didn't do anything to you. What do you want? Like, it was really weird. I don't know, cocaine or something. Who knows? But he was bobtailing. But I'm always real careful around trucks. I try to let them have room and let them do what they need to do, and it's like, once in a while you run into an idiot, but for the most part, truckers are really good at what they do, and they're very careful drivers, and they try to be safe too. They usually don't. Some of them lose their temper, but usually they try to be real safe. So
I really started liking truckers because near where I live, there's a mini highway, I'm gonna call it, just two lanes, you can go faster. And
yes.
It's pretty much and at the end it goes down to one lane, and then it goes into a roundabout. I just started very liking truckers because every single person will just go on the right lane and then try to go into the single lane on the left, and it was just pretty much a traffic jam. And I just seen two truckers. One was on the left lane, one was on the right lane, and it was blocking everyone.
I see them do that here. Well, what truckers do sometimes, if there's an accident up ahead, and they're trying to clear it or whatever, the truckers will get together and ride side by side because they have the radio, so they know what's going on, and then they'll slow all the traffic down, so that emergency vehicles and have time to get in and get the accident cleared, or just to keep people from, because a lot of times the reason why you have a traffic jam is because there's something wrong up ahead, and people just aren't too stupid to read the signs that say get over, and so the truckers just pull over and they stop people from flying down the right lane and cutting in. I see that happen quite a bit too, but it's actually pretty rare nowadays. I think most truckers in our area, at least, I don't know if it's true all over, but they train them not to even, they're trained to drive very passively so that they're not, they're pretty much, it's all about safety. So if you screw up and you have a crappy record, you're going to have a real hard time getting jobs. So the truckers are a lot more careful now and conscious of what's going on, and they try to just, but once in a while you see truckers helping the emergency services out by doing stuff like that. So you never know, Thomas. There could have been like an accident up ahead, and the truckers are just trying to keep it clear. Nope, they're just blocking the block.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go on strike too. I remember in the 70s, like the late 70s, when I was a kid, truckers would go on strike and stuff, and a lot of times they would do stuff like that. They would just block the freeway to block it, They drive like a mile an hour or 2 miles an hour and that just back the whole freeway up.
I mean, last week when I was going back from buying grocery and stuff with my parents,
You're right.
a ambulance was going, and everyone just drives on the side of the road to let it through, and a person in front of us didn't drive on the side, so the ambulance just pretty much just scraped the side of that car. Like the mirrors were gone on the left side, and the paint was all
Hey,
I mean,
if you see an emergency vehicle and they're trying to save somebody's life, get out of the frickin' way.
Yeah.
We see that in our busy cities. Like you don't see that too much in our area. In Ohio, people are pretty good about getting over and getting out of the way because our roads just aren't that busy. But if you go to places like New York or Atlanta, they don't even pay attention to the emergency vehicles anymore. It's like they're not there. They just keep driving and ignore it. California. Let's see. Where am I going? I need to find the train. Which train is this? I think this is the right train. Hello, Taylor. Yeah, I've learned over the years. I used to be a somewhat aggressive driver. But I take all that on in World of Tanks now. Or Grand Theft Auto. That's one of my favorite things in Grand Theft Auto. I just drive around and crash into people. But in real life, like I've learned over the years, just to back off. Like if oh, this is the wrong train. Dang it. If people are if I get like a weird sense that people are like gonna try to get in an accident or they're getting aggressive with me, I just get over. Breaking. I don't get aggressive with people. I don't get into racing contests. If people start speeding up or riding my tail or whatever, I just get over. There's no point in getting in a fight with somebody or getting in an accident when you don't need to. So, for the most part, I'm just like, ugh, and get over and back off, and try to let them go past or do whatever they're going to do. The only thing that drives me nuts is when people pass you and then they pull in front of you and slow down. That makes me crazy. But once again, I just try to work around them and get past them. I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Thomas?
When somebody's bobtailing you, just slow down, like really slow down.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. When I have somebody tailgating, I just get over.
I think I'm done for wood today.
You're done what with the wood?
Yeah, I mean that's enough for like 4 trailers.
For hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yeah, we'll have to come pick it all up now.
Maybe not hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, Steve-O, once you're done cultivating, we can head over and help clean up all that wood, I guess.
I already know what I'm gonna cook. Really.
I totally overshot that. Oops, I was pressing the brake thinking it was the gas.
Oh, one thing, Arthur, do you have problem with your steering wheel when you tap out of the game, like alt tab, and you alt tab back in, your pedals don't work?
Yeah.
It's stupid, right?
Yeah, no, I don't have any issues with it.
Oh, I have issues.
Oh,
Like,
weird.
alt tab.
Now, I've been having problems lately with my the Steam controller doing that though. Like the mouse stops working.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and that's Con. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I try to drive like you drive with your truck, but I do that in my car. So I drive slow. I go about the speed limit. I found that if I go faster than the speed limit, then I'm constantly having to pass people and I'm constantly having to go around people. If you set your speed limit to like within like 2 or 3 miles of your cruise control to like 2 or 3 miles of the speed limit, most often you're just going to be in the one lane and driving along, and people are going to pass you, and once in a while you have to pass, but you still get there within the same amount of time. I mean, it really, okay, if I go like 10 miles an hour faster, let's think about this. If I'm going 1,000 miles and I drive 10 miles an hour faster, I'm going to go, what is that? I'm going to end up going 10 miles. No, it'd be 100 miles further over like a 10-hour period. So it's really not you, you're not gaining that much speed. You might gain an extra hour. You might save like an hour of driving by driving, faster than the speed limit, but you're not going to save that much time, and it's more stressful. So why not just slow down a little bit and enjoy the drive and get there when you get there? I found that it's really not worth it. I don't
My
know.
dad drives, yeah, like a normal person. But when there's just like someone that's going like exactly like or even below the speed limit, he just shifts down, and the engine just goes, about exploding out of the
Exploding.
I mean, really, sometimes when my dad just revs the engine, like not, it's so bad. I mean, the engine is in very good condition. Like the only problem that our car has is the rust on a couple of places. Not much, but still rust.
Okay.
But engine is perfect. But when he revs it, to like I don't know 4,000 RPM, it's just like whoa, it's about to explode.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Honda Jazz. It's different for you.
Yeah, I think it's the Beat here in America. It's a Honda Beat.
Um.
But the same. It's a small hatchback, right?
Yeah. Can you pronounce it again?
It's the Honda Beat, Beat,
Beat.
or the Fit. That could be the other one.
It's not the Beat. No.
Look up the Honda Fit. FIT, Fit.
Yeah, it's Fit.
Yep. I almost bought one of those, but yeah, they have no power. Whee! Now, is it a five speed manual? Is that he's driving manual?
Yeah, 5-speed manual.
Okay.
I mean, you rarely see automatic gearbox in Poland.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Like here in America, you cannot find manual transmissions. In fact, for the only time you can get a manual transmission nowadays is like if it's a sports car and and you pay an upgrade fee to get the manual transmission because they don't come standard with it. I like driving manual. I would prefer a standard transmission.
Yeah, that's what I like. I mean, that you say that the Fit Honda that has no power.
It's okay. It's like 115 or something like that, isn't it?
I mean, like it says on the paper that's 115. I don't think so that it is in real life.
Like 20.
But okay. I mean, one time we were on these traffic lights. We were like at the front, and a stupid kid like a Honda Civic, like an old Honda Civic, and he was just revving the engine like, "Come on, race with me." My dad just smoked him. First of all, the kid he just stalled the car. And my dad just went like, and the engine just almost blew up, and just see smoke behind us.
So the engine almost blew up.
The car is so fun, like it's the best car ever. And
That's
it's so
funny.
cheap.
Yeah, they are they aren't too expensive. The one I was looking at, I think, was like $2,000 or $3,000. It was used.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. I mean, ours is 12 years old, but it's in a very good shape.
Well, yeah, and like Taylor said, if you're driving around in downtown traffic all the time, then the manual transmission really sucks. Yeah, it's only fun like where I live, where you're out in the country. I think I need to plant first before I collect those trees. We're gonna do some planting first. Yeah, most people don't want manual transmissions. I do. That makes me sad because I like the manual transmissions. But.
Yeah, it's better. You just have more control of.
Well, especially when you have a smaller motor.
Yeah,
like when you have a little, like a car with a small motor, you get like my car. I have a six-speed automatic transmission in my Kia Forte. Mark has the 5-speed manual. His car is so much more fun to drive. I mean, it feels so much more powerful. It's the exact same motor. The only thing different is the gearing, and that manual transmission makes it a lot more. I don't want to say it's more powerful, but you have way more control over the speed of the vehicle. So you got that. Let's see. You have it plowed.
Houston, we have a problem.
What's the matter?
I mean, the scrap isn't very good at water. I just gonna say that.
Wait, say that again.
The Scorpion King isn't a submarine.
Oh no, did you get it in the water?
The tree just flipped me around and I'm in the water.
Yeah, Con, I remember that. I do remember. I was a kid when that was like that, but I do remember them when the cars were. Let's see, we're gonna reset. I reset it to the farm. There you go. Or reset it to the shop. You'll have to drive it back to the farm.
Oh no. Oh, so long. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, automatic has better it definitely has better fuel economy nowadays. It used to be the other way around, but
In my family, we don't use automatics because our family just had bad experience with it. Because my uncle was, driving with a automatic and then just randomly downshifted on a corner, and we started spinning and he crashed. So yeah.
what?
Yeah. It wasn't
What kind of car?
It was a Honda, but not an old one. It was pretty new. Like, I don't know. Right now it would be like 5, 6 years old, something like that.
Usually, and this is not always true, but usually, the cars don't downshift. Like automatic transmissions will not downshift unless you're going down a pretty steep hill. Like they don't. They're designed. They don't. They only basically upshift and then go to neutral when you slow down, and then go back into gear as you're going. It's very rare, unless you put the car in gear. Like if I put it in third or something, it's really rare for a Japanese car, well, any car that has an automatic transmission, to downshift on its own. I'm surprised there must have been something wrong with the transmission then, because that's an abnormal behavior for a manual or an automatic transmission. That they just don't do that.
I mean, they got a brand new car, and every med stuff was just free. Like Honda paid for it. It's like, it's not very normal for a automatic gearbox to just downshift.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's not. They don't do that. The automatic gearboxes. I mean, they can, but like I said, unless you're going downhill, and it has some kind of smart sensor in it, it usually will not do that kind of thing. That's funny. Taylor said that there's trucking companies are starting to do automatics now. Yeah, I don't have the skill set. I'm like, I'm terrible at shifting, but I like it. All right, I'm gonna make. Let's see here. I'm gonna plant sugar beets on field 15 just cause. And then we'll pick another crop. Maybe do barley or something.
I decided if I'm going to the first again, I'm just gonna carry a tree on the street. I just picked up a random one and just carrying it there.
Okay.
I mean, Steve can see me on the right.
Where do we get fertilizer? Do I have fertilizer back at the farm? I guess I have plenty right now.
Somebody trucking a trip the road.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I know here in America, most people they actually call it they call an automatic or a manual transmission an anti-millennial theft device, or anti-theft Wait, how's it go? Anti-theft millennial device, because the millennials don't know how to drive stick shift here in America. They all have manuals, or they all have automatics.
Lazy car.
The what?
Lazy car.
Yeah, everything here in America is automatic though. I mean, they really.
Yeah, lazy car.
Yeah.
Be lazy.
I will say it's nice when you're on the freeway or when you're in bad traffic, like not to have to shift. It is nice, but.
Either give me a shift any day. Can't beat it.
Yeah, I like it too. I have a lot of fun driving Mark's car.
For me, manual gearbox is I just feel like I have more control of the car, like what it's doing.
Yeah, you get more control.
Yeah.
Taylor, that's hilarious. He said he prefers the. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Doing the automatics, because with today's drivers, shifting is irritating.
Because they don't know how to do it.
Because, well, no, not the people shifting, but having to deal with the other traffic, like how people drive nowadays. They're so bad. It's like having to deal with it's annoying.
So you don't get many automatics here. Very rarely.
In Poland, automatics are very rare. Like just in new luxury cars, like no one gets automatic universally.
That's interesting. So if I want if I want a manual transmission, I need to buy a European car.
Oh, right.
That's the best bet. Buy a Mustang. That should have a manual.
Right. Get that out there. Oh no, wrong. Ah, crap. Which button is the? I'm trying to find out which button is the fold. Let's see.
How?
Okay, it's this one. There we go. It's my top button. Yeah, Taylor says it right. He says the worst part about driving the manual transmission was when he was driving semis and the people would rush around him and slam on their brakes.
We're going to pop it in a minute.
Okay.
The tractors by there haven't quite finished 23.
Okay.
So there's a little bit to do. Not much.
I'll run down there in a minute.
Back in a mo.
Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, I would love to have I want to get a steering wheel with a shifter, like a full, like with a. That's so funny. Road rage headaches. I want to get a steering wheel with the clutch pedal and all that kind of stuff, but it's expensive, so.
I mean, right
That's
now
not happening now.
I'm making myself one.
Are you making one? That's hilarious.
I mean, I have the driving course GT, the steering wheel. I just bought another crappy one, like, I don't know, it was very cheap. And I just use, like, the whole steering wheel, like, you know, the alone steering wheel, it's scrapped completely. I just use the electronics out of it. I'm just gonna, you know, install a couple of switches to that board, then install them in a wooden box with a shifter pattern in it, and my dad is gonna get me a metal, like, I'm just gonna call it the stick, and I'm just gonna use and the two pedals that were in, you know.
That's cool. So you're making your own.
Yeah, it's cheaper. Like, wait, let me just translate that to dollars. For my the main steering wheel, like the driving course one, I paid about $90, somewhere around that.
Okay.
And for the crappy one, I paid like about $20, or maybe even less. I just used all the electronics, and I just have to, you know, weld the electronics together. Maybe it's gonna work, but I'm not sure.
Right.
So the worst part is I don't really have a saw, like, you know, I saw that, you know, electric one, and I
Okay.
just need to use a, you know, a normal one. So like, oh, it takes like hours to cut into something.
Now, are you guys? When do you start school back? Are you?
I'm start because I'm starting 3 days later, because right now the school year would start on Friday, and when it happens, the school start is moved. So 3 days more. It doesn't make any kind of, you know, difference.
Oh,
It's,
so
like,
you start next week? Is that?
wait, today's the 19th. No, in like almost 2 weeks.
Oh, that's nice. So you still have some time. I know our schools are already
Yeah.
ramp. Our schools here are already starting to ramp back up. Kids are going back to school already, which means now's a good time to take a vacation because there's going to be nobody there. All the kids are in school.
Yeah, everyone's gone. Like,
Everyone is gone. They've all left.
I'm happy that I don't live, like, you know, in a tourist city. I'm very happy about that.
That you don't live in a tourist city?
Yeah.
Yeah, me
I mean,
too.
I don't live in a city. I just live very near big city. Like it's a, I
What?
guess you can call it a state. Like you have states in America, we have
Yeah.
similar things here. And the city that I live right next to is the like capital city of the state.
What
That's
is that? What's the capital city?
Kielce.
How do you say that?
Kielce.
Kielce. Like I would say for Ohio, like I don't know. I mean, see, like it's hard to tell like sizes. Like I think, like I wonder if Ohio is like the same size as Poland or maybe smaller.
Texas is bigger than Poland.
Okay, Texas is huge though. Texas is like 3 times as big as Ohio. So I wonder, like, but Poland is maybe the size of 2 or 3 of our states. I'm assuming, like maybe like Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan or something.
Maybe. I don't think so. Yeah. Our country is small and I don't like it.
You don't like it, you said?
I mean, I like the history. Like, we just came out of nowhere and we like, wow, we actually got back, after, what happened in World War II and one. But like, I just don't like the people that live in here.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's not like,
That's
like,
sad.
every single person, like, a lot of person, like, are just pretty much just, oh. Wait, I'm just gonna translate something real quick because I forgot how it's in English.
Okay.
Translator, command, internet work, please.
Ta-da! I like this New Holland tractor.
People are very, at least that's what the translator said, boog, like B-O-O-G. Like,
Boog?
just like that. Yeah, that's what the translator said. Like when, like you go to a shop, like in some shops people will help you, like, but in most of the shops, like stuff is like that. Oh, okay, like just pick everything yourself. We're not gonna help you. We're just here to sell you this stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and the traffic is awful. Like everyone just drives all over the road. Like, oh.
Yeah, that I believe. It's a little better here. Ohio's really good for traffic, actually, comparatively. We have pretty
I picture
careful
Ohio
drivers.
as like, I picture Ohio as like like less like less like a smaller state, like not like a very popular one. Like, less people just live there. And, like,
It's
there's not-
pretty. Actually, it's kind. Ohio's kind of surprising because it does parts of Ohio, like the western side of Ohio over by Indiana, is really rural. Like it's like big fields and flat. It's just open land, but like the part that I live in the eastern side of Ohio. Hang on, let me dump this. It went outside. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Like where I live, it gets hilly because you're getting into Pennsylvania and you're getting into like West Virginia, and so the part of Ohio that I live in starts to have rolling hills and a lot of forests and stuff. I'm trying to think of what the European equivalent would be, so that you've seen it.
I have the same kind of terrain.
Maybe like France. Like if you've been to France, like there's parts that are hilly, and then there's parts that are just kind of open, like rolling fields. We don't have hedgerows though, but
I mean, my area is pretty hilly because we have the oldest mountains in Europe. Right.
yeah, right. Yeah, it's not mountainous here at all. We have, when you get down into southern Ohio on the West Virginia border, it does get really pretty hilly, like pretty big hills, and there's like river valleys and stuff like. But where I live, it's just like, I don't want to say they're big hills; they're just like moderate hills. So,
I mean, they call it mountains, but it's like it's just a little hill that you can just walk up like in 5 minutes. Like that's not a mountain. Hello.
yeah.
They're like saying old, but because it's old and everything crushed like it's not a hill even. That's like, oh, what is this?
So Ohio has a lot of like rolling hills, but it's also The Cleveland area, people don't understand this. Cleveland is pretty small. Like as far as cities go, it would be like an average sized city in the United States, like akin to like let's say, I'm trying to think like Buffalo, or it may be a little larger than Buffalo, but it's close. I'm trying to think of other cities that are like Cleveland size that I've been through. That's not working. Forget it. But the thing with Cleveland is that we also have Akron and Canton, and all mixed in to the mix. So it's not just one; it's 3 cities combined into like one city. So when you come in on an airplane at night into the Cleveland area, yeah, Michigan drivers are terrible. We'll talk about that in a second. It's actually kind of surprising, like how far the Cleveland metropolitan area goes. Like it's city for a long way. We have the city itself, which is small, but then you have all the suburbs and surrounding cities, and then it goes as far as to going out into Akron and Canton. Dang it, I got this into the pole, and I'm not going to be able to get it out. Shoot. Oh, no, there we go. I'm trying to get it back. I guess I should just put it all back in the trailer. So Cleveland is actually pretty huge. And then Columbus is huge. The capital city of Ohio is big. And then Cincinnati is also fairly large. So there's really actually a lot of population in Cleveland or in Ohio. It's spread out. You have 3 like major metropolitan areas, and then you have a lot of farmland in between. But you'd be surprised. Like people come here and they're like, "Wow, it's different than they thought it would be." Like if they've never been, it's pretty cool. And what's funny is too, like Billiam said, people leave Ohio to go on vacation. Yeah, poor Ohio, you know. But in the summertime, Ohio is actually really beautiful. Like the lakefront and up by Lake Erie is just gorgeous. We have islands like that are like resort islands and stuff where there's stuff to do, and it's a really pretty place in the summer. And Cleveland itself with the Cavaliers and stuff are hang on, I'm reading some of these comments that are coming in. With the Cleveland Cavaliers winning, it kind of put the Cleveland on the map, you know. So like where people used to make fun of Cleveland, it used to be like the armpit of America. This people used to call it like whatever. It's actually kind of we've got the new casinos downtown, so the city itself is really busy. Like 10 years ago when I do weddings and you go down to downtown Cleveland, it was like empty. There's nothing going on a Saturday. The city was just empty. People just worked down there. But now, if I went down there today, there's going to be like 40 or 50,000 people walking around downtown. There's people going to all the different tourist sites. There's people hanging out by the lake. It's hopping. Cleveland is actually like really doing well. So, and I gotta say, it's if you get on a windy, narrow state highway, right? like Route 30 or something. So Cleveland itself is I don't know. It's really a lot nicer than it used to be. And I hate to say it, but the casinos are what did it. They brought a lot of income and a lot of interest into the city. And then the Cavs doing really well with LeBron James, that's made a huge difference. People kind of look at Cleveland now as a cool city. So it's I don't know. It's a good place to live. But you'd be surprised. It's nice. Yeah, Grand Rapids is gorgeous. Traverse City is gorgeous, too. Detroit is garbage.
Detroit diesel.
Yes, right. It used to be amazing. Now it's just... Yeah, Taylor's saying Michigan drivers are not good. Michigan drivers are crazy. Michigan drivers read books while they're driving.
Cool.
I've seen it myself. I've been up there and seen at least 20 people reading books while they're driving.
Why
can't they just have somebody else drive them?
I will just crash in like.
I know, it's
in
insane.
a minute.
My cousin does live in Grand. Like I have family in Michigan. My aunt lives in Lansing. My cousin Sherry lives in Okemos, and then my cousin Joe lives in Grand Rapids. And Grand Rapids is awesome. Traverse City is absolutely beautiful. Like there are parts of Michigan that are amazing too, especially in the summer. But
then like get be like 5 different areas you can call it, like different terrain.
okay,
There's this one part when it's pretty much calm or mining, just mines everywhere.
right.
Like not explode, dig diamonds and whatever, Minecraft, yeah. But never mind. And it's pretty much Germany, like their language, like they have like their language, you can call it.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much German mixed with Polish. It's pretty much this, because in some time, I forgot when it was, because I don't really remember history. It was pretty much like Germany was like, okay, who wants to join us and who wants to get raided by us, and that part was like, okay, if you don't want to fight, just get in here. So it's pretty much Germany mining. The other part is like the main capital city kind of area when it's pretty much flat.
Okay.
Then there is this area like where I live, and where it's actually small mountains, nothing much. Then there's the Tatra mountains. Then there are very lake area, like a lot of lakes pretty much in
Right.
the top right corner. And then there's the sea, and around the sea area, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's Poland looks beautiful.
I mean, if you go to UK, it's very different, because some people from UK, not everyone, like Poland, because there's a lot of trees. You see just a lot of woods and forests and all that. There's a lot of nature in our country. Like you would be surprised how much forest areas there are, and how beautiful some roads are. But like, I just don't like the people that live here. I mean, like before, like couple years ago, I really liked this country, like people were, but at some point in time, like it was like something just happened, like UFO just came and like, nope, you're rude, no one, you don't like anyone, you just like that, yeah. Nah, I want to go to Australia.
I do too.
Growing up.
I've heard that Australia's awesome. Our the guy that does the music at our church, our worship leader, he's from Australia. And
I mean, by go to Australia, I mean after I grow up and I want to get a job in Australia. I would love to get a job in Australia.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's hot though. You better like hot weather.
I mean, it's not very different in Poland. Couple years ago, you would get very harsh winters. Very cold, like minus even 41. There was, I remember. But right now it's like
Mild,
2 years
a little
ago.
bit more mild winters. Yeah, we have pretty mild winters here. We always have. Sometimes they get crazy.
2 years ago, there was Christmas without any snow. No snow through all the Christmas. And guess what? When snow actually came in? At Easter.
Yeah, we get late snow too. We have it here. It depends. I'd say it's probably 50%. We have white Christmases, and then the other 50% it rains, or there's nothing. It's sunny. I like a white Christmas, but
I mean, it's the one thing with winter. It's the same with every single person in Poland. Like when you're small, you like winter because snowballs fight, all that stuff.
right.
After you get like 12, when your parents ask you to help get the snow out of the yard, you're like,
See it for what it really is, a
no,
big
thank
nuisance.
yeah. At some point in life, you just need to start helping your parents. Like,
Yep.
but why snowing? Why?
I
When you're
know.
before 10, you're like, yay, snow, I'm gonna play around. After you're like 12, like, no. Just crying, please, no snow. I don't want to do
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
again, never."
Taylor's saying that in Michigan they have 9 out of 12 months they have snow. I know. That's how I feel about Ohio too. It's not that bad. I mean, obviously in real life it's 9 months of nice weather and then a couple months of snow, maybe 4 months of snow. Not 8 or 9 months of nice and 3 to 4 months of bad weather, but it's cold here for like 5 or 6 months, and that makes it hard. Yeah, Cloud AC says come to Canada. I've been to Canada in the summer. I love it. I like that cooler weather, but yeah, for the snow, no thanks. Oops, pressed the wrong button. Dang it. Yeah, Canada gets well, I think the part that my friend Jared lives in, he gets about the same amount of snow that we get, but that's because He's more pretty much directly west of us, or I'm sorry, east of us rather than south or north of us. I mean, we're south and east of or west of him. I'll get it right eventually. He's basically directly east. We're almost at the same what is it, latitude? We're not we get the same amount of bad weather, but parts of Canada get really bad snow. Yeah, northern Michigan too, because they poke up into Canada. Yeah, return road construction. That's so funny. I really like Wisconsin. When we went to see Oshkosh. Oh, I put the hook on the wrong side. Dang it. Crapsicles. Yeah, it was the air show. We went to the air show in Oshkosh, which is on Lake Winnebago.
I'm not sure, but I think the Oshkosh is a Russian truck, manufacturer. What I remember, if I'm correct.
That's funny. Yep. No, there's a city in Wisconsin called Oshkosh, and they have a huge air show every year. A fly-in, they call it. Yeah, Wisconsin is pretty. I bet you your winters are a little bit harder than ours are because you guys are further north than we are, but not much. It's probably about the same. Yeah, you can keep your snow. That's right.
I mean, for one winter, my friends and I were done off because it was snowing every day. Like at one moment, it was I think 1 meter of snow, like just that much snow for like I don't know 1 day. And we were actually thinking about buying, just getting
selling it on eBay. People do that.
No. I was thinking about just buying and installing heated how do you call it, like just heat up your driveway. Like you pretty much just attach to your furnace, the water furnace.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You just put and it just warms you can just warm the driver in the winter, and everything just melts away. It's so expensive. We were actually thinking about it, but no money, sorry.
Oh, so Kana's saying that was 40 minutes away. He grew up around that area. Oh, that's cool. So now are you still in that area of Wisconsin? Like, are you in that? We stayed in, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the city. It starts with an L. And it was south. It was south of Fond du Lac, but not far, like maybe 15 minutes south of Fond du Lac. It was a cute little town. I can't think of what the name was. It was a strange name, like I don't know, Lamora or something like that.
One thing that I'm very unhappy that my family did, because at some point in time, my family.
Yep, that's it. Lamira.
Had the only tractor and the only actual machinery for farming. And I'm very unhappy that family stopped farming and became normal jobs. Like I'm very sad about that.
Huh.
I mean, when you're thinking like that, oh no, you got to work every day, helping your friends. But I would actually love, having just tractors and being able to work like that. I would love to help you. But technology came in. Everybody's like, I don't like farming anymore.
Northwestern PA. Yeah, it's so hilly. Did you grow up around Erie? I like PA. I always get lost though because nobody knows how to give directions. They're like, yeah, you go like 3 lights and then you turn right and you go like 2 lights. Curve around that curve over there. I'm like, I'm lost.
Just turn right right next to the gray stone.
Potatoes and cranberries, and that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, it was so. I thought Lamira was really pretty. I drove around. I woke up. All the boys were like super tired when the days were over, and so they would sleep till like noon or whatever. And I just went out. I went out early in the morning and would just drive around Lamira, and it was a cute little town. I liked it. It was pretty. Yeah, that airport was really cool. Air show. I'm sorry. So what were you saying, Thomas?
I just ended. Like it was done. You didn't interrupt me. I was done.
Oh, okay. Sweet. I'm gonna be shooting a wedding next weekend. Ugh. Yeah, we won't be streaming next weekend because I have another wedding.
Nah.
That's gonna be like this for a little while. I think I got a couple more weeks of weddings. This one is I don't know. It's funny because they're getting married in the city in Cleveland, and then we're driving an hour and a half to the reception location in south of Canton. I'm like, what on earth? Yeah, I bet, Con. I bet it's all. You know the Simmons place, right? Yeah. No, I'm not from here. That's why I'm asking directions. But once again, if you're talking about Wisconsin and Iowa and those areas, be sure to watch The Straight Story. It's a great movie. Good drama.
So what are you planting?
I am planting soybeans, but we're going to have to end soon. I've got about 5 minutes left, and I got to get going here. Burton, Ohio. Okay, so you are going to be by us. Burton is about an hour north and east of me, maybe 45 minutes northeast. It's out by Chagrin Falls in that area. It's a pretty area.
You need to see my log piles real quick. You need to see them.
Okay, are you still over there? What do you got? You got the truck over there?
I mean, the truck is here. The Scorpion is here. I mean, you can teleport the Scorpion, and there's like one big car, and there's another one. I think that's enough wood for like, 2 hours of loading.
I'll have to come back down again. I kept trying to turn to the right, but the tractor won't go.
Talk about understeering?
Pittsburgh is beautiful. It is crazy. It's really hilly. My friend lives in. My friend Curtis, my flying buddy, lives in. I think he's in Cranberry. Whatever's north of Pittsburgh. Yeah, Burton's pretty hilly. Uh-oh, thanks. That's good. We can interrupt my...
Corn.
Yeah, now that we sold all the corn, right?
Oh, that's...
It's perfect.
Whoa, it's actually low price. It's actually cheaper than in the mill.
Oh, so it's not worth it. We got more money anyway.
Yeah.
Good. I figured. That's the thing I don't like about the great demands. They don't... Oh, stop. Whoa. The great demands aren't really great. They're semi-okay demands.
In FS15, they were actually worth it.
Right, they gave you lots of extra money.
Yeah. Imagine having a demand on silage. Wow, it was so much money out of it.
I remember waiting for it. Like, you'd look to see if it... Well, and you could tell by the weather if it was coming. Usually before it would snow, you'd get a great demand. So then you make more money. Can't do that anymore.
I don't know why, but I just like noticed every time I get a demand, it's 5 p.m. in game time. It's every time 5 p.m. I just get a demand.
What time is it there for you in real life?
8, half.
Okay.
Half past 8.
8:30.
Yeah. Saying words that start on this now. Just my phone.
Yeah, 8:40. Right. All right, man. I'm gonna finish up this pass, and then I'll come over and check out your logs. And then, unfortunately, we have to bring the stream to an end. It has been 2 hours, and I need to cook breakfast for my kids, even though it's the middle of the afternoon.
I removed about a half of the forest, so yeah, I'm happy with what I done today. I'm gonna finish up.
Well, we'll have to collect next time we play.
Jarrett is very good doing lots. I remember when we were loading them and then when I was cutting the first.
Right.
So I just parked the truck next to the first pile and the Scorpion next to the second one.
Okay.
The second one is a bit messy, but it's just the pink issue. It's like I was saying last week. It's when somebody gets on the field, like walks on the field, I just get like 10 or 20 ping more. Like when everybody's off a field, I just get 90 ping and everything is okay. I don't think anybody gets on the field and it's like 140 ping. So yeah.
Let's check it out.
It's a bit messy, but it works.
That's okay.
It can work.
We're going to be loading it all into the truck anyway. Oh, man, look at that nice
This
pile.
is the small one. This is small. You don't see the one next to the Scorpion.
I mean, even this is probably going to be, that's probably at least 100,000 or more.
For the Scorpion, you're gonna see money here.
Let's see.
This way.
Whoa.
Yeah. I love the Scorpion. I love the Scorpion. It's the best machine ever.
Some environmentalist fans are going to get angry at us for cutting the whole forest down. We'll replant. Don't worry. We'll do it. That's crazy, Matt. You killed it. Literally.
T9, please.
If I had the money, I would. You can use mine.
I mean, I bet it's gonna be enough for like a big tractor. Really.
I bet you it would be. All right, guys. Well, that's about does it for today. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. I definitely had fun playing. And we'll see you. It's going to be 2 weeks again, and then we'll be on. Once I think, no, it'll be 2 weeks, and then we'll be on, and then another 2 weeks, and then we'll be, I think from that point forward, I don't have too many weddings after that. So anyway, have a good night, guys. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you on the channel. If you want to donate, you can always make donations. Thanks to Sparker3D for the new donation button. He did the design on that nice blue donate button on the Twitch stream. If you guys are on YouTube, you can donate through the oh my gosh, the description. And the money right now is going for a new video card. So anyway, have a great night, guys, and we will see you next time on Farm Sim.
Bye.